Hey guys, this is another playthrough of Baldurs Gate 3. I've been playing this game for a few weeks now on a separate playthrough and really enjoying it. Really fun game and lots of ins and outs to it as well, which is really interesting because there's lots of different ways you can do things. So what I'm going to be doing is now starting a new playthrough, which I'll be sharing with you guys. And this time, hopefully, to take a bit more time, just thinking about the decisions I'm making, and hopefully you guys can help me through with that process as well. Here's the start screen, and let's start with a new game. So one thing about this game is that it does start quite dramatically. Yeah, so Mind Flayer's interesting choice of enemy. But yeah, what I like about this starting sequence is really just gets you in the mood straight away. Got Lizelle there. Yeah, they don't show how she ended up in it. I'm assuming the same way as everybody else. So this presumably is from our first person perspective. We don't actually have their character yet. Yeah, it's all rather daunting. It's very much like this guy. Oh, I don't know if it's male or female, but he's actually enjoying tormenting us. And yeah, these things look pretty nasty. I'm not quite sure how the tadpoles themselves are created, whether or not they're the offspring of the Mind Flayers or they have some of the process by which they create them, but they're in this sort of great big vat. And little helping for our friend Lizelle here. Ouch. I don't think I've ever completely got used to this scene. I've seen it a few times, but no, I'm good, thanks. Just had one. I don't think this guy's going to take no for an answer. No! This is supposed to be a friendly greeting. Ah! Not the best way to start the day, but there you go. Right, so we get to define who we are now. I really like the character screen in here. I'm going to do a separate video on the character creation. But for purposes of this playthrough, I'm going to recreate the character I've used in my previous playthrough because quite happy with him. I might try a different character in my next playthrough, but I quite like the sort of the balance of the party with him. So let's get started on character creation. So first of all, origin. The origin I quite liked for my character anyway was this folk hero. This makes us a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. So I like that background. The character name I'm going to choose now. So my character is actually going to be a dwarf, and his name is Kelgar, who's actually one of the characters in Neverwinter Nights 2, which I've been playing recently as a prelude to this, because I'm really in the D&D mood. But this is going to be an upgraded version of him, because the graphics are a lot better than that game. It's quite old now. So that's the name. I'm going to change our... it's going to be a male, so we'll change the gender. The other options for choosing one of the other companions are not available yet, so we can only choose a custom character. So the race I'm going to choose, I'm going to, well, I'll explain the reason. I'm going to create a cleric, so therefore I'm going to choose a dwarf. We don't have a dwarf in the main characters, and I quite like dwarves. I think they just kind of complete the party. And I'm going to keep it for the gold dwarf. Main reason that they get a +1 on wisdom. Since I'm building a cleric, I think it will be quite helpful for that. So class, let's do that next. So cleric, yeah. So the cleric has choice of 3 domains. Light domain is more of a back row spellcaster. Trickery domain is actually what one of the characters, one of the companions that you already have is, and that's Shadowheart. Personally, it's based more in terms of sort of deceiving your enemies. I think it probably requires sort of a bit of experience to play with that style. I like this one, the Life Domain Cleric. Offers a lot of as best healer, and also pretty tanky as well. If we just go through, scroll down, we can see that they get light and medium armor proficiency, so that's pretty helpful. And yeah, heavy armor. Sorry, this is the particular one about this subclass. They get heavy armor proficiency as well, which I think goes well with the whole dwarf look. So, cleric, it's a plus life domain. So in terms of deity, I don't think it makes a big difference, but what I did previously is I chose one which went with my roleplay of being a dwarf, which was this one, Maradin. Your hammer is a dwarven god. I guess that goes well with my my character. And I'm going to come back to appearance, so let's choose the skills. So we get these skills in any event, animal handling and survival. We can choose 2 from the next 5. I'm going to just blank these out for now. The ones that I'm going to choose are firstly persuasion, because my characters do most of the talking, and being able to persuade other people can be quite helpful, particularly if you're dealing with quite high level enemies, or if there's a whole group of them. You may not want to fight your way through every encounter. And I think the other one I'm going to choose is insight, because it's also helpful to be able to read the people that you're dealing with. So persuasion and insight, so I've got that. Abilities. So this is the breakdown of abilities you're given. So strength 14, dexterity 8, constitution 15, intelligence 10, wisdom 16, and charisma 12. Dexterity is the lowest. We've got -1, but for the purpose of what we're doing, we're looking for a frontline tank and healer. We don't really need dexterity, so I think that's fine. Intelligence, again, for this build, we don't really need it. So charisma can be quite helpful, particularly if we're trying to persuade or deceive people. So that's fine as it is. Strength 14, we're going to focus not so much on damage. I'm planning to have another front row melee character, so the strength doesn't have to be super high. +2 isn't bad on strength. Constitution 15, we need a fairly decent constitution because we're going to be in the front row, and the highest one we need as a cleric will be wisdom, so we've got 16 +3. So I don't really feel the need to change those. We've got 16 wisdom, we've got +3, which is what we need, the main stat that we need as a cleric. And then we've got fairly decent strength and constitution, +2 on those. And then the others we don't really need, the charisma is just a bonus. So I'm going to keep those as they are. I believe we can choose our spells. Where to do it now? Here we are. So under class, we can choose our cantrips and our spells. So cantrips, they'll be with us all the time. Spells, we have to prepare them in advance. So the cantrips is pre-chosen are guidance. This receives a default bonus in ability check. Resistance, as you bolster creatures but defenses. Sacred flame, conjure flame like radiance, and thaumaturgy. I'm not sure if you pronounce that correctly. This manifests sign of supernatural power that grants advantage or intimidation. I don't think I really need this one, so leave that as it is. Sacred flame is quite helpful, but it doesn't hit that often because it's a lot of the enemies you face have high dexterity, and the attack save for that is dexterity. Abjuration and guidance are quite useful, just buffs. Light. The thing is, as a dwarf, we're going to have dark vision, so I don't think it's a must right now. So I think the cantrips are fine as they are. Moving on to the spells. So the ones we've got prepared are Guiding Bolt, which causes damage. Create Water, that's going to be quite helpful originally because we're going to have a lot of fire around us. Bane, this is basically a debuff spell. And Shield of Faith, surround a creature with shimmering light, increases HC by 2. That will be quite useful. Now, Command Halt, this commands a creature to halt. That could be useful, I don't think it's essential. Inflict Wounds. The thing is, I believe we need to be within sort of melee range of this, so it's not going to be that useful. We're probably just going to be hitting with our weapon if we're within range, so I don't think we really need that. I think what would be helpful, however, is Healing Word. So allowing us to heal a creature that we can see. So I'm going to remove one of the other ones, and I think I'm going to take off Bane if I can, and replace it with Healing Word. And other than that, so those are 4 spells we have prepared, otherwise I'm happy with those. So other than that, we just need to choose our appearance now, and that of we'll come to that later. So it's a male. Just go through the voices.
Hells. A tidy slot, but no room.
It's not bad.
The stone's less warm here.
I don't really want a female
Hells.
voice.
Something just woke up down here.
I quite like that one.
A tidy slot, but no room.
You know what? I quite like
The
this.
stone's less worn here. Recently on Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Yeah, he sounds quite sort of. It's a bit of a not quite gravelly voice, but sort of sounds somebody who's old and wise. I think that suits us quite well. The faces, the heads. He looks a bit weird. Again, strange. Don't know. He looks a bit too angry. He's got a too big a nose. I prefer this one actually. Skin color. I want him to be a bit sort of battle worn and hardy and a bit tanned, not overly so. So I think this sort of. It's a bit too light, I think. I think this colour is quite nice. Eye colour, to be honest, I'm not too bothered about. I'm going to leave that as it is. Hairstyle, I don't really like the frizzy look. That's a bit too girly, I think. That one's quite nice, number 10. It's a bit too girly. I'd like him to have slightly longer hair. Some of these are a bit strange. Quite like that. Yeah, I think that's the best one. Slightly longer hair. Still looks quite masculine. Facial hair. Again, he's a dwarf, so I want him to have a good beard. 4 on 9. I think that one's a bit too long. It's a bit too much of a goat here. Yeah, it wouldn't feel right without having a good solid beard as a dwarf. Now, yeah, that's the one. Same as the original, but I'm going to compare. Hair colour. I mean, I want him to have dark hair. I quite like this black brown. That looks quite nice actually. So I'll just keep it at that. And tattoos, I think the kind of things I think especially facial tattoos might seem a good idea at the time, but either later on you might regret them. You've got to look at your character all the way through. You can't change their appearance as far as I'm aware. And I think since he's quite sort of battle hardy, I don't think, and he's a guy, I don't think he really needs makeup. So I'm fairly happy with that then. So just a summary then, the name's Kelgar, he's a gold dwarf, he's a cleric, life domain, deity's Moradin, he's got 16 wisdom, 14 strength, 15 constitution, proficiencies, ammo handling, insight, survival, persuasion, and cantrips. We've got resist, abjuration, evocation, and sacred flame. Origin we've chosen, race, appearance, class, skills and abilities. So I think we're good to go. But that's not actually the end of the process, because there's something else we need to do.
Who do you dream of at night?
So basically, during this game, we're going to have various visions, sort of dreams, and somebody's going to appear to us. So the question is, who do we want to appear to us? What form do we want them to take? I don't want to go for another dwarf. We want something a bit different. Human, I think, is a bit boring. I think I'm going to go for an elf. Now, there's a few choices here. There's a high elf and wood elf. Half's a bit more aristocratic. Wood elf's a bit more sort of hardy. We can choose a male or female. I think I'm going to keep to the female. She looks quite nice, actually. Now the voice.
A tidy slot, but no room.
Not bad.
Stone's less worn here.
Don't want a massive male voice.
Something just woke up down here.
That's quite nice.
A tidy slot, but no room.
I think we've only got a choice of 4
A
voices.
tidy slot, but no room. The stone's less worn here. Recently uncovered.
Quite like that one. The face, I mean, it seems fine. It looks a bit strange. No. I think I prefer the original one. Now skin colour. I think because she's a wood elf, I'd expect to have slightly darker sort of skin. That's a bit too light. And that's too dark. Something about here. No. Stop. Quite like that one, actually. I think I'll keep it at that. Now, hairstyle. I want to be able to see her ears, so nothing that's covering her ears, I think. Yeah, hairstyle, that's a big decision. No. It's not bad. No. I want her to have long hair, although that looks quite nice. That looks a bit too messy. No. Not bad. Don't want it covering her eyes. No. No. A lot of choices in here. It's not bad. I think I've been through them all now. I quite like this one, actually. I think that was the original one, but I quite like that look. Now, hair colour. This is another big one. So, our character's black, black brown. I mean, if we go with something really wacky like purple, this doesn't look right. Green, brown. That looks quite nice, actually. So I'll compare it with the black. Silver. It's quite nice, but I don't think it goes with the skin colour. I actually quite like this look, that skin colour, and that hair colour. And tattoos, again, not a huge fan of facial tattoos. Now makeup, she's on number 2. She'll need some makeup. I think that looks probably better, actually. Too dark. These are all a bit extreme. Either no makeup or very dark eyeliner. I think that was the best one. Makeup intensity we're at 90%. I think that's fine. Okay, so she's a wood elf, female.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
That's fine. Voice, brown hair. Yeah, seems fine. Okay, so I think I'm happy to go forward with that. Okay, so we've just had this tadpole searching into our eye. Now, this is the aftermath. So is that other one dead then? Uh-oh, so this Mind Flayer ship, can't remember what it's called, the Nautilode, I think, is now coming over this city, and I mean the graphics in it are fantastic. I mean, that looks like a real person. Okay, so this is pretty menacing, this ship, because he can control it with his hands, and basically as soon as somebody gets touched by one of these, I think we call them tentacles, they just get beamed up to the ship. So pretty much beaming up Scotty. So this bit's really good. So there's a lot of lore behind this. So the Githyanki, they have a special pact with the Red Dragons, which allow them to ride the Red Dragons, and the Githyanki have a particular dislike of the Mind Flayers because we were previously enslaved by them. So that's where they're pretty much hell-bent on stopping this guy. That must be pretty scary if you're riding a dragon and then fall off. Thankfully he picked him up, but yeah, I'm surprised they don't have saddles actually. I would have thought they'd be riding with a saddle, and maybe they're too badass to do that. So, I'm not quite clear what the ship's supposed to be made of, whether it's supposed to be some sort of living tissue, which what it looks like. Yeah, so it's pretty cool because you can just teleport into a different location. But so can these guys, so still hot on the pursuit. But yeah, since we're on this ship and this Mind Flayer guy doesn't look too friendly, we want the dragons to save us if possible. Save us! It's pretty cool. Whenever he's going to have a crash, you can just teleport. Okay, so they've just burnt. This dragon's just burnt. I think that was the vat that was holding the tadpoles. Okay, so looks like the dragons have given up the chase, and now we wake up. Got Lysel in front of us. And the question is, where are we exactly? Probably the worst place we could have woken up in. So we have basically woken up in Avernus, which is pretty much hell. There's a battle going on between the devils and the demons, and that is the bright note at which point we start the game officially. Okay, so now we wake up in the Nautilode and the Mind Flayer ship. So I'm going to keep these live streams fairly short, so I'm going to bring this one to an end. That was really just the intro in terms of my doing the starting cinematic. Next one I'm going to start the gameplay from here, but I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and share, and if you've got any comments about your own experiences of the game, what you think of the game so far, please do share them and comment. And if you would like to see more videos and more live streams, please do subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.